Hi. Uh, so I am back. A lot of things happened again. I feel that I say that a lot in this vlog. But after recovering from COVID and having shown no symptoms for 10 days or so, I thought it would be a good time to get a booster. So I was uh, facilitated by my ever wonderful girlfriend. She drove all the way from Bulacan to pick me up and to bring me to the booster site. The line wasn't that long. It was good. An hour and a half, an hour and 40 minute stops, in and out, well organized, uh, mabilis, and probably a lot better. The best experience I've had in a site uh, so far. And I finally got an mRNA vaccine, so I'm very happy about that. So I have Sinovac, got COVID, so I now have some natural immunity and plus a booster. So I feel very protected. May konting takot pa rin and anxiety. I don't think that will go away anytime soon, but at least I do have some protection. I'm a lot less worried about hospitalization, but I'm still scared of giving it to someone else. Anyway, back to the program. So as you would expect, uh, marami ng maraming nagiba sa program this week, mostly because of the vaccine and the booster. So there's a new feature in my sheets. I've added this here na meron ako start and end. Kasi minsan nakalimutan ko. Minsan I say week 1, 2, and 3, but really I'm probably in week 4 now. But we'll see. So I'll put this here. This might make its way into the people I help in their programming. So they can track it better. So we know exactly kung ano yung mga dates that they made their lifts. In any case, I need this so I can track things better. So this one is day 1, the day before the booster. Day 2, this is 2 days after the booster. Day 3, this was yesterday, and day 4 was kanina. So nag-extend lang ng ilang araw yung training days ko. So hopefully can really get back into the group of things. Every time I say that, something comes up. Hopefully wala na. I hope I get a good week 4 na 7 days lang, and I hope I can complete everything, because as you can see, I skipped a few things, I changed a few things, and I adjusted loads a lot, and played a bit with some movements, because I do have a new toy. I do have a Swiss bar now from Iron Supply, so he's closing down his shop, not his gym though, and he's selling his equipment. So I got a Swiss bar, yung maraming ibang hawakan. Some people call it a football bar, yung bench siya na square, and then may vertical na hawakan, and then yung sa gitna merong ganon. So it's kinda better for curls. So I did use that in day 3. In any case, just some highlights. So day 1 went particularly okay, except for my shit sleep. So normally this is around 23, 24. This was a bit lower than usual, and food that day, I remember, was not so good. So I wanted to push a bit more here. I knew I had more in me, but I was a bit torn between just pushing and, on the other hand, being more conservative and just letting the load come to me when I really feel that it's the right RPE. So on video, these lifts don't look like an 8 or a 7, they look like a 6. Really, kasi ang bilis. I'm having some doubts kung ano ba talaga mas tama. I do have an app that tracks velocity, and I did counter check that with lifts from a few months ago, and the speed really looked like an RP6, maybe an RP7. So we'll see. I do plan to add here. I do plan to make this at least 170 this coming week and see how that feels. Of course, I'll warm up hanggang 155 muna and see how that feels, and act accordingly. But ayun, so I'd plus here, and then nope, I'd plus. Bawal siya mag notes. Okay, I need to find a way to tell myself, to tell my week 4 self na kailangan ko tong taasan. I was gonna put a plus here, tapos kapag sa tingin ko I can add a lot more, I can do a plus plus. Anyway, so I hope I can do 170 next week, and have that feeling good. Ayun, so mga bago, I added more singles this time around. So bench, squat, conventional DL, SSB will now have heavy singles. So bench first, four sets of targets. First set I single, last 3 sets will be triples. So same here. Sa conventional DL, ganun din. Kung pansin nyo, my rating is a bit poor. I'm in the orange zone because this was 2 days after the booster and I wasn't feeling good. I probably shouldn't have lifted, but I wanted to. I wanted to move around and get off my ass. So I lifted and I had to adjust load a lot. So 175 felt like a legit 8. To be honest, it was really slow, probably an 8.5. And I said, well, ganun talaga. Even my OHP got affected. This should have been 60 or around 8 to 10 reps. Pero ganun talaga. Booster and feeling like shit. What you gonna do? Not train. So I just pushed through with it, and it is what it is. And I'll just adjust next week. You can see I skipped here. I did go up to my room after this feeling like shit, and I did add an extra 2 sets of biceps and tries dito sa kwarto. Kasi nainis ako sa sarili ko na dami kong hindi nagawa. That said, after everything, RP 6 pa rin naman yung session. If I was forced to do it again, I'd probably be able to. But overall stress the following day was still a 6. And day 3, this was yesterday, I kept on adding loads sa SSB ko. To be honest, it's really 160 kasi I forgot to add yung added weight ng SSB versus the usual bar. So this is actually 160 and this is actually 135. So let me fix that. 160, 135. Okay. And Larsen felt good again. So parang naging trend. Larsen always feels good. So last set, I wanted to push it a bit and find out how many reps I could do. So last set was an at 9 pinush ko. So I'm getting accurate here. If I can get back to 100 kilos na nasa 6 to 8 range ng Larsen, I'll be happy. Ayun. Experimented a bit sa bicep and tricep. So here I use the pulley versus normally just using the bands. So ayun, I'm gonna experiment with bice day 1 using bands or the dumbbell, and bice here using the pulley, and maybe next week I'll try the twist bar and see which ones I really have good mind muscle connection with. I really don't care how I perform these things, as long as high enough RPE with enough sets and a good mind muscle connection. Kanina, as you might remember, dapat sumo ako sa day 4, but having this doubt again sa'yo, ba't pa nang sumo? Am I only doing sumo because, sounds fun, sounds exciting to try a new variation versus actually doing something using a variation that will help me make this go up again. So in my warm-ups I did both sumo and conventional felt really good, to the point that as I was warming up, I expected to be only around 130 to 140 kilos for threes sa post. So I did 140 for threes, madali. 150 madali, 160 madali, 165 madali pa rin. So I capped at 170 and I did threes, then fours, batang dali. Eventually I just settled sa 5. And it felt really good. So next week I'll probably start here, 170 for 5s. Maybe pause a bit longer. I don't want to really push this too much because usually ito yung araw na naghahabol ako ng mga ibang bagay. And to be honest, naghabol ako ng slam ball kanina. So, ayun. Hopefully I have a good week next week na walang putol-putol at I get to actually complete a whole day and not say, I'll just do this tomorrow. I think to help me with that, I'd rather transfer Slam Ball here and Thor goes up here because after a heavy single ng bench and squat, medyo kulang na ako sa lakas, really, motivation to do Slam Balls. But core is always okay kasi this can be banged out in like 3 minutes without really thinking so much. So ayun, we'll see how I feel this coming week and how my body reacts. I feel okay. I don't feel any soreness anymore. I don't feel anything weird. So hopefully week 4 will be good, and hopefully by week 6 I'd have a more or less set menu of movements. So nakas this to kasi hindi ako sure if I want to still develop a strong OHP or just focus on more benching. I know I'm setting myself up for disappointment if I continue to pursue OHP because of my shoulder injury. But there's something about it that I just really like. I'll maybe still have this and find a way to add another bench variation somewhere. Because I do know I need around 15 to 18 sets of bench to really see it go up to transfer into a strong 1 rep max. My chest is really stubborn. It needs a lot of volume to grow, and I have noticed na nag-deflate siya after a long time of not lifting. So it's getting back there, but kulang. Maybe I'll add some push-ups. We'll see. So goal is still the same. Dial in RPE, ito na volume para makapag gain ng muscle ng konti. Practice the skill. That's why I'm bringing this back. And still working on my health and my lungs, so I want to keep this in, and I want to walk again. Keep saying that, but I can't. I always find reason not to or an excuse not to. This week it was booster, and sinabihin kami na won't go out too much. And because I told my fans that, ayun talagang hindi nila ako pinapalabas. Buti nga nakalabas pa ako papunta sa girlfriend ko, and I'm happy that we still have a lot of antigen tests here, so I can make sure that everyone's safe. In any case, I've talked way too much again. This is now 12 minutes. I'm not sure if people are watching this. I don't know why they'd watch this. I hope you got something here. I hope you got even a little bit of insight. In any case, so that's my week 3. Well, if you're watching this in the future, I hope that you do get your steps this week and stop making excuses. So that's it. Ayun lang. I think in a few hours na tayo. Happy Chinese New Year na tayo. So, ayun. Hope you have some PK with you, some good coffee, and have a good training week ahead. Ciao!